Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of AndrewsFootball.com. I've got a great video for you, and I got one of my subscribers. He hit me up with a great question. He's in a fantasy football league. It's a PPR league. For those of you who don't know what that means, it stands for points per reception, which isn't standard, but there's a lot of fantasy players that play this. And his question is he's got Willie Snead or Kenny Stills, and he wants to start Willie Snead, which is smart. And here's the thing. Now, you're saying, Willie Snead, what did he do last week? He had 5 catches for 51 yards. But here's what you're looking at. Lamar Jackson threw the ball 19 times. 8 of those attempts was to Willie Snead. So he's your #1 receiver in Baltimore. And more than likely, the 19 attempts, that will go up this week. And 8 targets, that might also go up this week. So those are 2 things you really want to consider. Now, on the flip side, you have Kenny Stills. Now this is interesting because instead of Osweiler, they're going back to Tannehill. They're fresh off of a bye. But if you look at the injury report, both Amendola and Devontae Parker are questionable. And Albert Wilson, of course, is out. So who's the healthy receiver? Well, that's Kenny Stills. On the bye week for the last 2 weeks, who do you think Tannehill's been practicing with? Kenny Stills. So this is really important because who you have to look at who's playing who, okay? The Ravens are home against a bad Raiders team. In a perfect world, the Ravens want to win this game 10-0, maybe 14-3. They want to run the ball. They're a running team. The Dolphins, on the other hand, are playing a high-powered Colts team. Okay, the last 4 games, the Colts have scored an average of 36.5 points a game. There's no situation where this game's going to be 10-0. I checked the weather report in Miami. There's a 20% chance of rain. So that means there's an 80% chance it's going to be beautiful, hot football weather. And that means that there's probably going to be a lot of passing. One thing I can almost guarantee you is that Tannehill will have more passing attempts than Lamar Jackson. So I understand the logic of going with Snead. If I'm playing a sandlot game or a pickup game or street game, I'm picking Snead before I'm picking Stills. However, now he mentioned, I don't mention him by name, and I'm not going to because you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. I would suggest you change it to Stills because play the law of averages. What team's going to throw the ball more? Which team's going to be in a higher scoring game? Which team's going to present more opportunities? And I think that's with Kenny Stills. But it's a fantastic question. It's what I live for. It's the reason why I created this channel, is to answer your questions. Now, another part of this video is I have some amazing, fantastic news. If you haven't put any action down this week and you're wanting to, something I've seen maybe a handful of times in a very, very long time following point spreads and gambling, and ask anybody who's a hardcore gambler how many times a game's opened up and dropped 3 points. It very rarely happens, not in an NFL game. But the Cleveland-Cincinnati game, it opened up at Cincinnati -3, and then it dropped to 2.5, which I was a little surprised at because it's at Cincinnati. It's a pick'em. It is right now a pick'em. Dead heat in Cincinnati. Okay, I understand Cincinnati's lost a couple games. I understand A.J. Green may or may not play. Don't buy into the Cleveland hype. If you haven't put action down on Cincinnati, do it now. Cincinnati's the better team. Cincinnati's at home. Cincinnati's a chance for the playoffs. Cleveland doesn't. Okay, they're out of the playoffs. So I don't care if they start winning several games in a row. They're not making the playoffs. Cincinnati still has a chance for the playoffs. Cincinnati's a better team. Cincinnati's at home. So if you get a chance, you're watching this video very late Saturday or early Sunday, because it's an early game in Vegas. It'll start at 10. Jump on Cincinnati. This is a win. Now, the other game I picked is I like the Steelers in 3 points at Mile High or whatever it is they call. There are some people that I respect that like Denver in this game. Don't believe it, okay? Denver's not going to the playoffs. Pittsburgh is. This is a very no-brainer type situation. Just bet on the better team. Yes, I would have liked it better if it was 2.5. But don't get greedy here. Just go ahead and take the Steelers in 3 points. Go ahead and collect because you already made money off the Bengals and even money. So go ahead and double up here and take Pittsburgh. If you're new to my channel, you'll see there's a little button there on the side. And if you look real close there, bam! Hit that button, become one of the greatest people on planet Earth, and until next time.